I'm going to try to lead everybody through the process of developing correct ear stance. I say try because a lot of the folks will have a dog who has extensive ear problems, and I don't know what they are at this time. So we're going to cover the primary areas of difficulty. And for those of you who have brand new pups that are just getting ready to go out and get their ears cropped, or are considering a dog and have yet to go out and acquire one, some of the downside, unfortunately, that some of the breeders and owners have run into, so you can judge accordingly who you're going to turn to. But in the beginning, we're after only how to achieve correct ear stance when everything is going right through surgery. And perhaps we might as well start at the cute age. Of course, I don't know of any babies that aren't cute. Now, obviously, one of the things we're trying to accomplish is we don't want our Dobermans to look like black and tan coonhounds. 3 to 5 days of age, almost every puppy looks alike. By 5 weeks, they're starting to get a little class. But if you put a tail back on these guys, the black ones would look like little black and tan coonhounds. Of course, with the tail cropped as they get older, we can add a little class in the titling or presenting of them and call them European style.
Sure is. How come it's so pretty?
This is Dylan, by the way. We're going to meet him. We're going to meet the little blue further on, all the way through this. And my wife's personal dog, Ripley. They're all good examples of
Thank you. Oh, look at how beautiful this little girl is.
what we're trying to present
Look at
here.
how beautiful. It growls, too. It's growling at us. Oh, no. Oh, it's a
You see how small the ears are at this point. The reason you have a lot of variables from surgeon to surgeon on when to do the ears. Some of them want to wait until full development, which is about 12 weeks. This makes it a little easier for them. They don't have to know the breed. They only have to cut proportionately. And the problem you have in ear cropping, and have always had, is the surgeon, not what the uneducated public thinks. Because ear cropping itself in today's world, and for a lot of years, the anesthesias have been, are just excellent. Those babies come out of anesthesia and they want to eat and play and do wondrous things just like nothing ever happened, depending on what's been applied to the dog's ears following the surgery. Now, of course, we emphasize that the quick brace be applied immediately, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever, before the pup leaves the operating room to begin stance training the moment the crop has been completed. Preferred age is between 8 and 9 weeks. Reason for that is we want to start working these ears up as early as possible. Here's Ripley. There's Ripley right there, and I'm grabbing now. Developing into quite a pretty little girl. She just doesn't have the aristocratic appearance that, as far as we consider, the Doberman should have with the cropped ear. This is, we're calling her Ripley Blue here. However, she becomes Savick down the way. Now, following surgery, with the use of the quick brace, you see the pups playing. Nobody seems to mind or even behaves as if they know anything is on their head. Great bonus. One of the things you want to do is not irritate the dog's ears or not remind the dog that it had a crop. Unfortunately for most people, You're not lucky enough to run into this unless you bought from a breeder or had a vet who was already using the system. Now, let's get real fast. Look at this little blue and see how her ears touch. She has stance, and that's what this tape is all about, stance. But she can pull her ears over. We call it overcorrecting. Uh-oh, our terrorist kitty. Or is it the terrorist Doberman? No, I guess they just like each other. All right, let's watch these guys again. Now we have the little male Dylan. Dylan, by the way, resides in Cancun. Now, little blue bitch, Savick, she lives in Pennsylvania. In the winters, she wishes she was with Dylan. And the third one is Ripley. That's, again, Mrs. Hoyt's dog. Here's Ripley. Watch your ears. You saw for a moment there that they touched. Now, we worked very hard, and 4 months later, we have, as the AKC describes in the breed book, the aristocrat of the dog world, the Doberman. These guys are approaching. They're in the 7 to 8 month range. But the end result is in front of us. Now again, these are dogs that started life, cropped life, with the quick brace. So they had a big advantage. You know, we have a new dog, a little red dog. Her name is Kiki. She resides in California. She's our valley girl of the group. Now, of course, our client's advantage, usually by this age, we've got the dog's ears up. So when we're doing long-term development, we have taken most of this off the future owner's shoulders. However, let's back up to a point where the after ears are healed and you're coming into us for the first time with the idea of using the quick brace. We get this, our little patient here, and we're going to try to convince her that this is some kind of exercise in attention. Now you note that there's a little arrow on these braces that points forward, all right? It goes to the front. There are 6 angles to the quick brace. All right, now what you need is a willing patient and an assistant who can keep the patient occupied while you prepare the ears. What we're doing here, we're using the post-surgical adhesive remover to simply clean out the ear wax and oil out of the ear. In the case of this dog who had just come out of one set of quick braces, we will wipe over the old adhesive, but we are not going to try to remove the old adhesive. We are simply prepping the ear for the application of the surgical adhesive. Now, it's a good idea to have 2 people, but it can be done with just one person. However, you usually get adhesive all over. You apply the adhesive to the ear. Obviously repeat it on the other side. Put the adhesive all the way down to the little lobe in the ear and all the way up to the tip. You don't have to use it sparingly, but we don't want you to put it on real thick either. Just cover the ear well. Now apply the adhesive to the inside of the quick brace. Again, thick is not the answer. You just want to coat the brace in the ears evenly. Now we've sped up the application of the brace for the sake of the video camera, but what you're going to do is wait 2 to 3 minutes for the adhesive